Does TikTok have superior taste in lesbian movies?
No. Well,
what is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and in the most scientific way possible, I figured out which sapphic films TikTok loves the most. And now I will proceed to roast those same films, or praise them, or both. Probably both. This You Can Live Forever TikTok has over 6.3 million views, and after watching it, I completely understand why. Now, if you want my full in-depth review, you can check it out over on Patreon, but basically, You Can Live Forever is a sensitive, delicate, and just really simple tale about first love that takes place in a religious community. Now, you might be wondering, does this movie have a B-plot?
Mind your business.
This film is all about fledgling first-time romance. Also, there is a lot of kissing. I mean, like a lot of kissing.
I didn't hate it.
And the fact that TikTok loves this movie so much is clearly evidence of TikTok's excellent taste in women-loving women films. More Beautiful for Having Been Broken is definitely a movie, and it is definitely gay. So, fun fact, I tried to watch this movie last year, but I couldn't get past the first 20 minutes because
it's bad. It's real bad.
But for the sake of this video, I did in fact watch the entire film, and you know what?
I was right.
Watching this movie made me feel like I was on drugs, but not the fun drugs, the other drugs. 3-act structure? What's that? Pacing? I think not. So this movie is about a very hot, disgraced FBI agent who goes on vacation to the woods and meets a very hot single mother of a disabled child, and they all fall in love. The thing is, that is a lovely, heartwarming, Hallmark adjacent tale. But if you've ever watched a Nicole Khan film before, then you already know. My girl Nicole does whatever the she wants in her movies, and I 1000% respect that, and Nicole has definitely made some films that I don't hate. Unfortunately, More Beautiful for Having Been Broken is not one of them. TikTok's next favorite sapphic movie is called Wicked Wealthy Women or Evil Rich Women, and technically it's a TV show with 2 seasons, but they feel more like movies to me, so we're gonna call them movies. Also, someone may have uploaded both of them to YouTube, and I might have dropped the links in my description if you're interested. I have to be honest with you guys, I was only able to get through the first 10 minutes of season 1 because it is hands down the most overstimulating movie I have ever attempted to watch.
为什么嫁给他？要是装乖就装得彻底起来，不是耽误我们树林一起死。
Wicked Wealthy Women was like the movie equivalent of eating 3 bags of Takis in a row with no water. Although I fully admit this was my first attempt at watching a Chinese show, so maybe they're all like this. All I know is my poor brain was too slow to keep up. And I feel like it would be unfair of me to pass judgment on Wicked Wealthy Women without having fully watched it. But if you've watched it, definitely leave a comment and let me know what you thought. And just to let you guys know, it is the 2nd season that is gay, but I'm guessing you should watch the first season first. Now, just to remind you, so far TikTok likes 1 not good movie, 1 good movie, and 1 undecided movie/show. But TikTok's next sapphic pick is more than enough to renew my faith in the platform, because it is none other than one of my favorite lesbian films of all time, Kajillionaire, the most criminally underrated film ever made. In fact, if you've been subbed to the channel for more than a week, you're probably tired of how much I bring up this film, and I do apologize, but I just love this movie so much. Kajillionaire is hilarious, heartfelt, and weird as f***. Not to mention, the main character has the best name of any character that has ever existed in any movie.
Meet Old Dolio.
Old what? Dolio. Old Dolio.
what?
This next TikTok-approved film was one I had never even heard of before. It's basically an Atomic Blonde ripoff set in the 80s or 90s about a gorgeous blonde spy doing spy stuff in Russia. The movie is called Anna, and its TikTok has about 2 million views.
Dude, I don't get it.
The thing about Atomic Blonde is, even though I didn't understand half of the movie, I would never in a million years describe it as basic. But Anna is basic as f***. And even the gay doesn't make the movie better. In fact, it makes it worse. Because Anna spends most of the movie fucking various men while having a girlfriend and living with that girlfriend. And to add insult to injury, every guy she fucks gets a sex scene, but we barely have a scene of her kissing her girlfriend. Like, is the girlfriend just there for decoration? This movie was just incredibly frustrating, and although I wouldn't call it bad, it's not good. In fact, I would only recommend you watch this movie for Helen Mirren's amazing performance. At this point, we're tied. 2 too good and too not so good. But this next movie is honestly enough for me to crown TikTok as having superior taste. This Bound TikTok has 4.3 million views, which is criminal because it should have at least twice that. And look, I'm not saying Bound is a perfect movie.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Now, if you've never watched Bound, feel free to watch this video or this short.
Do I make you nervous, Corky?
Because as far as I'm concerned, if you like Bound, you have superior taste. So now that I have crowned TikTok as having excellent taste in sapphic films, I do want to mention a few surprises. These are movies I just wouldn't have thought would be popular on TikTok, starting with the biggest surprise, Mädchen in Uniform. Now, it is the 1958 version and not the original 1931 version, but still. In fact, the only movie that would have surprised me even more would have been Olivia. You guys remember Olivia, right? Olivia is essentially the children's hour if A, the teachers were gay and in a long-term relationship, and B, one of them was f***ing 5% of the student body. I suppose good old-fashioned teacher-student romance will always be popular in society. And look, I'm not judging. I wrote a whole book about one.
I'm the problem, it's me.
TikTok surprised me yet again with Causeway, a technically sapphic film starring Jennifer Lawrence as a veteran suffering from PTSD. And I say it's technically sapphic because her character is a lesbian, but we only know that because she says it once, and that's about as gay as it gets, I think. I haven't actually watched Causeway, but this is what the internet told me. So the fact that this TikTok about the film got over 1 million views is pretty surprising. Apparently, TikTok has depth. Who knew?
Not me.
Now, this last sapphic film was an unsurprising surprise because on one hand, who in the hell is still watching Wild Things? But on the other hand,
I didn't hate it.
And just to let you guys know, I do have an Ultimatum podcast over on Patreon. I'm also starting a Gap, the series later this month, along with a review of Dead Ringers. So if you're interested in any of that, you might want to consider joining. And if you enjoyed this silly little video, here's another equally silly video to check out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.